Hello, Patriots. Kyle here, and I am coming to you guys today to talk to you about a lot of the craziness that is happening over on Instagram and Facebook, and it is rampant. Liberals are just in like meltdown mode over there, posting all kinds of crap that basically is unchecked 100%. And, it's like they keep talking about all this stuff with Donald Trump and the Epstein files. It got him good and blah, 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 blah. What I want you guys to understand is that the FBI has had all of this stuff whenever Comey, Brennan, Clapper, and all of these guys were the ones in charge and knew that they were all bogus crap. And if Hillary would have won, then they would have been able to clean house because of the control apparatus that they had. But with Donald Trump actually winning and having the military actually behind them, they knew there was no way, chance in hell, that any of it was valid. So because of that, they had to come up with the fake narrative of the Russia, which was a Steele dossier, which was all fabricated, every bit of it. And so if they had to basically go to a made up story that they hoped no one would be able to debunk, if they had the stuff that these Democrats and these liberal libtards actually are trying to post out there, then they would have hung him a long time ago. And something that I do know, because I've seen it with my own eyes with the Anthony Weiner laptop. Oh, yeah, by the way, they have that too, and still do, and incomplete. And every one of these individuals have been on camera doing these things because they never, ever, ever thought that they were going to be taken down. Ever. So, with that, Donald Trump, none, ever. And he was like just a businessman when they were trying to say these things, which had absolutely no precedence as far as to be why he wouldn't allow that on the to be videoed, where everyone else did, and they didn't even know they were being videoed. Wow, that seems to be like he never was where he's being claimed to actually be. So, you guys need to freaking actually use some common sense and not keep going down these stupid rabbit holes that these libtards and the narrative that they're pushing out there right now. If you don't believe the plan, then just get the fuck out of the way. Because we don't want you to continue to muddy the waters with doubt. Because the military, they're 100% in control. And they used Donald Trump and came to Donald Trump because they knew he was clean. That's why every story that has been done about him has been a bogus, made up crap. Oh, his convictions had to be that he paid Stormy Daniels and hush money. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the best you can do? It's like, come on, people. Really, seriously. I told you that you needed to be strong and that you needed to be grounded in the truth, your truth. Because when other people start to give you their truth, if it's not based in reality, then it shouldn't bother you one bit. And you don't have to defend the truth. The truth defends itself. It stands on its own. All it has to do is put out there. That's for God to deal with, not for you. So this whole place that we're in right now, when I said you needed to be prepared, that is spiritually prepared, grounded, and know what your truth is in God, yourself, and what is actually going on. Because the enemy is not giving up. It's not going to give up because it's on its last acts of defiance. It is flinging everything that it can out there in the world to try to regain power. But it's over. It's over, and it knows it. So it's going to try to take as much down with it. Don't get caught up in the noise. Don't get caught up in the BS of people that are either babies, don't know the truth, how long they've been in this fight. Stand in your truth and have your truth, because that's the only way that you can actually stand up against the enemy, is to be grounded in your truth. This is a fight to the end, not halfway, not a quarter of the way, to the end. And don't let the enemy steal what God has for you, because that's his goal, is to rob, kill, steal, and destroy. Don't give up. Stand in your truth and know that this fight is over. We just have to get to the end. Everything that's happening is about exposing the corruption and taking it down. This fight is now coming to the public stage, out into the public arena. It's going to get ugly. And you have to be grounded in your truth and not get caught up in what the world is showing you, because it's trying to manipulate your mind. This is a war for your mind, your heart, and your soul. Stand. Know God. Know that Christ showed you the way. It's all about standing and knowing who you are. You are a son and daughter of the Creator of all things. Don't allow the enemy to rob you of your destiny, because it is your destiny. This is the greatest time in history to be alive. And imagine back in the day when others tried to walk out their truth, and they were bombarded. Every time someone is plowing new ground, it is the hardest to actually be first. Always remember that. God loves you, and I love you. And use some common sense, because these platforms that are out there are being manipulated by influencers, bots, and it is a calculated plan on how they are manipulating the minds of patriots. Don't let it manipulate you. Stay out of the weeds. Keep that 40,000 foot mark, and you can see it. If you need to go down for a minute, okay. But when you get into the muck and the mire of trying to argue and fight with it, you're in the weeds, and you're going to get caught up in it. That's why it is intentional for that to actually happen. So don't let it. Don't let that pull you down into that crap. Please don't let it happen. We are so close. And God has a plan for you. Stand in your truth. It has to be your truth, not my truth, because you can't stand in my truth and where I am. But you have to stand in your truth and know that nobody can steal that from you. Nobody. And you don't have to fight with it. You don't have to defend yourself, and you don't have to defend Donald Trump. The plan is the plan, and it will happen whether you like it or not. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. Not the enemy, not these libtards, and not the useful idiots. So don't allow a useful idiot to bring doubt or potential disbelief into your heart. Not now. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Captain Call out.